Okay, so first we gotta do initiative, and I'm not gonna be the one to say any cringy shit here. So
I guess it's time to show some initiative.
Thank you, James. I just said I wasn't gonna be the one to do it. So,
I figured I'd bite the bullet. It's usually me saying the cringy shit anyway, at least as far as the edits are concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bits and Bytes has ruined everything for me, I think.
I did ask for permission. I wouldn't do it without your consent.
So it's your fault.
Thank you for ruining my life with my consent.
Okay.
How grandiose a gesture.
Guys, introductions. Julian.
Oh,
Julian,
yeah.
Introductions.
Thank you. Hi, welcome to Show Some Initiative. I'm Julian. I'm the DM/storyteller here.
Sorry. Oh no, it's Nick.
It's Nick now.
Yeah, haha!
Oh, right. Hi, I'm Nick and I play Danny.
Hello, I am Tori and I play Erica.
Hi, I'm Phil. I play Gabe.
Hi, I'm James and I play Jose, and I also get put on blast for things that aren't my fault.
They're kind of your fault. They are kind of your fault. Also, hi, I'm Cookie and I play Patrick.
Hi, I'm Sean. I play Theo.
Amazing.
You guys can know that every time I do my introduction, I do little peace signs.
Oh, that's so cute. Fuck. Okay, so sorry, I love gushing over you guys, but. All right, so who do we want to do first? Do we want to do Jose and Erica, or do we want to try to fight? Because fighting is going to be very slow, because it's been a while.
I would maybe, because then there's a chance we get back and can help fight.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
Yeah, I definitely think we should let James and Tori go first.
Uh-huh.
Also, everyone open your combat sheet.
Implying that Patrick won't just destroy immediately. Hopefully, if I don't roll badly. Because the right now here, my hubris is gonna cause me to roll just jack shit.
Yeah, Cookie, you totally jinxed yourself.
Yep. Wait. Knock on wood. There we go. It's fine. We're good.
Yeah, nothing bad can happen to us now.
So, Erica, when you are told to book it, where exactly are you booking it to?
I would say that she goes just out of earshot from the tent to avoid listening in, because it's really hitting her what Danny intends to do with putting someone in torpor.
So, you're staying within earshot, but you're just trying to get away the best you can.
Get a bit of space from what's going on.
Okay, you're able to get to a pretty secluded area far away from both Kind and Kindred, kind of in the back space, like back alleyways of the circus, followed by Jose.
Howdy, Miss Erica.
Hello, Mr. Almanza. I'm sorry, I couldn't bear to be in there any longer. I know it wasn't very professional considering our line of work, but what they were going to do, it was inhumane.
Well, I'm not going to criticize you for being human, Miss Erica. It's one of the few qualities I find I rather enjoy in people.
Well, it's not too well suited to this line of work, is it? I don't know, it's just... I've seen and I've done hard things before. Lord knows, back in the war, it's just... It's different now. We've got these powers that can do these unspeakable things to other people. It's beyond what I'm comfortable seeing or doing.
I suppose that makes sense. I've kind of had an inverse reaction to getting these powers. When I was human, I didn't have a lot of agency in anything I did. When I was a farmer, my life was dictated by the harvest. When I was a soldier, it was dictated by commanders. No matter where I went, I was at the beck and call of someone or something else. When I became Kindred for the first time, I had a choice and a mean of making an impact.
I suppose I see what you mean. We can do more with these powers that we have than we could as humans. I've tried to use what I've had to make things better for people. I've tried to use it to heal and to save those I could. It's just hard to imagine using it to cause pain and purpose. I understand there are times when it must be done, but I don't know if I can be the one to do it.
Maybe this is the best and worst piece of advice I can give you. It gets easier to do the wrong thing for the greater good. It's not a piece of advice I would have liked to hear, but it did. I don't know how much you know about my clan heritage, but the Assamites are the closest thing vampires have to vampire hunters. I've had to do a lot of hurting. Some of it to stay in the game of being a kindred, and some because I chose it. There's a period of my life where I used my powers to hurt a lot of people out of rage, and even if that rage did lead to a betterment of a certain situation, it was still something maybe I should have avoided. But we can do good things with these powers. And I'm willing to help you figure out how you can do that.
Thank you, Mr. Almanza.
In the meantime, I think there's like a 90% chance of what Danny's trying to do in there going tits up, so we should probably head back before that happens.
Right. I'll be right behind you. I just need another moment. Thank you, Mr. Almanza, truly. I appreciate this. And I'm sorry for reacting the way I did when you asked for my help before. I think perhaps I need to take these things at my own pace, you know?
And if I'm being honest, I only said what I said to make Melanie think something much worse was going to happen than it did. I would have never asked you to do that if it made you uncomfortable. I'd like you to have my back.
Thank you. Of course I will.
Let's get going.
Okay, so first we gotta do initiative, and I'm not gonna be the one to say any cringy shit here. So
I guess it's time to show some initiative.
Thank you, James. I just said I wasn't gonna be the one to do it.
I figured I'd bite the bullet. It's usually me saying the cringy shit anyway, at least as far as the edits are concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bits and Bytes has ruined everything for me, I think.
I did ask for permission. I wouldn't do it without your consent.
So it's your fault.
Thank you for ruining my life with my consent.
Okay.
How grandiose a gesture.
Okay. Time for initiative. Please give me a Dex plus Wits roll.
Dex plus Wits.
Dex plus
Shit.
Wits. Now, Jose is going to take a turn to get there, and Erica is going to take 2 because she did say she'd be a moment, so I'm assuming she's trying to, get her shit together. Metaphorical shit. Okay, now going through... Danny, what's your initiative?
I got a 17.
Erica?
7.
Gabe?
9.
Jose?
16.
Patrick?
I rolled shit, so only 15.
Only 15.
I rolled a
15.
5. It's the worst roll, I think, except from Phil Centauri's.
Theo?
16.
Jose and Theo, between the two of you, which one has more decks?
4.
3.
Okay,
So Jose goes first.
that is how
That's
that
how
works,
it
yes. So, Danny, Melanie has decided to embrace her frenzy and is just gonna go buck wild. What would you like to do?
So I know that we tied her up. Is she still held down, or has she broken out of the restraints already?
Not quite yet, but you can assume that a frenzied vampire who's older than anyone here, maybe, give or take, more experienced than anyone here, I should say.
So, Julian, would you say that if I sharpened the end of the shovel, that would count as a stake?
Yes, I would say so.
In that case, yeah, I think what you see is Danny rushes to the table where he left his axe earlier, and he grabs the end of it, and with kind of one swing, he chops off the end of the shovel. I think giving it a few more swings to sharpen the end of it, and then wields it like a spear as he charges back towards Melanie.
Okay, Jose, it's gonna be a bit till you get there. So, Theo, it's your turn.
Jose's just like strolling, like, that was a really good talk. I think this is going well. And you know what? I said 90%. There's a 10% chance that Danny knew what he was doing and wouldn't give her a chance to frenzy.
Well, that's where you went wrong.
Now, Julian, I would like to appeal to you to let me conjure a gun with bullets.
So, walk me through your conjuring bullshit then.
Okay.
Tell me how this is
Number
gonna work.
1, it requires 5 blood points, and I just did about bond thing, so I am risking a lot here. And all I'm asking is for a gun full with bullets. So once that thing is out, it's just a limited amount of bullets. That's all I'm asking for.
Okay, I like that. Now, what kind of gun we talking about here?
I'm sorry. When you said gun full of bullets, I could only think portal turret. Just like filtered bullets.
All I'm asking
Okay,
for
that's
is
all.
a portal gun. So we can all
No.
transfer.
Mostly because I don't want to get sued for copyright infringement before we're even off the ground.
Ah.
So tell me how this is gonna work.
Okay. So particular complex items often require a knowledge roll. And since I don't have crafts, I'm gonna ask it to be technology, because that makes sense. Maybe? Listen, I have a backup plan if we're not going for the conjuring thing, but also I would like to.
No, I'm willing to let you.
Okay.
I suppose guns are technology. Should we do firearms then, though? Because if it's guns,
I can also agree with firearms.
I think firearms would be fair because it's knowledge of firearms as well.
Yeah,
as, like, how
I'm
to
okay
shoot.
with that as
Yeah.
well.
I would be willing to let you do it with the firearms.
I just want this to work, honestly, because like this costs so much. I'm down so much blood.
I want you to succeed. So yes, please go ahead and do your knowledge roll with firearms.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm doing intelligence plus firearms and op 6. Or are we doing?
Yes. Op 6. you have held a gun before, right?
Yes.
You know what one looks like?
Wait, I
Okay,
was
then
holding
yes,
a
6.
gun in the last fight.
Okay, good. Just
3 successes.
3, okay. Okay, I would say, is that all you need for your power, then? Is just knowledge and spending that blood point?
The more, successes, the better it is.
Okay, I would say, where are the guns?
Theo
Where's
conjures
that?
a fucking bazooka.
No, I
think
do
no,
have
if you
to
had more
actually be familiar
successes.
with the thing. I think it. Let me.
Aren't you familiar with an assault rifle?
I have a pistol
Is
as
that
well.
one of your weapons?
I
I also
please, Sean?
have a pistol.
Okay, I would say... I want more drama, though. How do you feel about a light revolver with only 6 shots? Is that dramatic enough?
That is very dramatic.
That is pretty dramatic.
I do love the idea of a Tremere cowboy being able to summon his own gun.
I get to keep this gun.
Yeah, but you're also going to be
pretty cool.
spending a lot of blood points doing that.
Theo has just become Reaper Overwatch. Just yeets the gun, conjures a new one.
I don't know enough about Overwatch
No.
to go on with this bit, but sure. If I get hit, I'm fucked, by the way.
Yeah! So that's fun.
Don't worry, that's why you have the meat shield.
I'm just hoping that you won't be able to fire off a shot this round.
Why? Oh, quiet.
Because I can make the room quiet, which might be useful because we're in the middle of a circus and people might be concerned with gunshots.
I assume that conjuring that gun took up a whole round for me.
Yeah, I would imagine.
It took 5 blood points. By the way, Julian, I'm at 4 blood points. I don't know if that's super relevant.
It is, yeah. It is, yeah. You're getting really close to when you need to roll for Frenzied bullshit. You're really towing that line there.
Listen, I can only restrain one frenzied vampire at a time. Please.
What's the point of playing a Tremere if I don't do batshit crazy shit? We gotta toe. Someone's gotta toe the edge here. Toe the line here. I don't know.
Theo, can you do anything else, or do you know if that's like your turn? I'm pretty sure that's.
I
like
think
your
that would
turn,
make
right?
sense if that was also my turn. Because I do get
Okay,
to
so
keep
you
this
conjure
gun.
forth.
Free gun.
Free gun, a free-ish gun.
Yeah.
You conjure
yeah.
forth this little revolver, and you feel so drained all of a sudden. It's almost as if you pumped a lot of your blood points into it.
Yeah, almost.
So expensive.
You have a gun with 6 shots in it.
Yeah.
Use them wisely. Or don't, your choice.
Yeah.
Okay, Patrick?
I'm gonna spend 1 blood point here to grow my claws. That's gonna take a turn though, so while that's happening, because since that's not an action, that's like just reactive. But it takes a while to happen. So while that's going on, I would like to hold.
Okay.
I'm trying to like pin her down to the chair, like keep her on the chair. I'm gonna like, while the claws are like growing, so Patrick starts moving forward, like his fingers are like sharpening to claws, and he's just gonna dash forward and try to like grab Melanie like from behind and restrict her to the chair.
Okay, then please give me strength plus athletics then.
Okay, I think it's strength plus brawl. I have that.
Strength plus brawl.
Yes.
Give me a strength plus brawl, please.
It's 3 successes.
Okay, and she's going to roll the same to try to get out of it. So,
In a successful roll, the attacker holds the target until the subject's next action. At that time, we both roll again.
Sure thing, then you might as well just copy-paste that because you're going to be needing it again. Now, actually, because it's her turn.
What if she didn't take a turn? Just to be really nice.
What if she decided to have a little rest?
She decides in her frenzy, because she's so stressed, she just wants to nap.
Let Melanie.
So she just voluntarily enters torpor, and nothing bad is ever going to happen to the circus or any of our lovely kindred here.
Yay!
Why would something bad and violent happen in Vampire the Masquerade?
That's a bit weird, Julian.
I am spending 1 willpower to make that 3 successes.
Okay. Then she's gonna spend actually, I don't, can she? I have...
Also, Julian, I will just say, well, I would love for Melanie to spend her willpower uselessly. She needs to roll more than me to break out.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah, but it will still put her at 3, and so tied, and so held.
Okay. I do hate combat with you all so much.
Listen, I've had 2 weeks to plan this.
Yeah.
Also, I had to modify on the fly since Danny did the stay thing.
Okay, so she's currently held in place by Patrick. Gabe, it is your turn.
I think
Whenever
at this
you're ready.
point, like scene-wise, like Melanie's like struggling so hard, and Patrick is struggling so hard that Patrick has just literally broken the chair that Melanie suddenly just holding her.
God.
Like between them.
So, I have a question. So, Gabe has this fun little thing called kind-hearted. So, does brandishing a cross at someone carry intent to harm them physically or emotionally?
I do think...
Because that's the only weapon he's got right now besides, like, slapping.
Well,
Most intense bitch slap.
you do know that this could potentially hurt her, so
So yes, in other words.
yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna double check. Okay, so True Faith isn't like a cone AoE thing. It's just a one target. Good. I don't have to try to hurt Cookie at the same time.
Okay,
Or
good.
At the same time.
I have a fucking
Gabe
gun
stands
game.
up. Don't mess with me. I have the power of God and anime on my side. And just burns
Phil,
the
wait.
3 of us to the ground. Hussein comes back and it's just 3 piles of ash. And
It is just that gif from Community of the guy walking in with the pieces and everything's on fire.
Amazing.
Okay, this is whenever causing pain. So if I actually hit, then I have to roll willpower. I don't have to roll willpower to attack. I just have to roll willpower if I hit. So Gabe's gonna take his little cross and he's gonna try to maybe subdue Melanie as much as possible.
Okay.
So it's rolled against her willpower. And fun fact, since I only have 1 dot in True Faith, I get to roll a die. Where is this? The rolls. There we go.
I mean, Julian could still bodge.
There's a success.
A whole 10. Oh,
A whole
a whole 10. It
success.
doesn't matter that it's a 10, but you know.
And I'm rolling willpower here.
You're rolling willpower, yes.
And the ob is 6, so standard.
Yeah, I don't think it modifies anything.
Okay. 2.
Oof.
Well, fuck.
Can you add a willpower to your roll?
You could.
Yeah.
Would it do anything?
Let me double check what my willpower is here. 'Cause I think I spent something. Thank you, Cookie. Yeah, I'm gonna spend a willpower. So with 0 successes, she is not able to advance. She doesn't have to take any steps back, but she can't like approach.
Oh, you aren't approaching me.
Yeah, and as part of this, am I able? Because Patrick's like grappling her right now. Am I able to like get in there and slap this cross against some part of her body?
Yes, definitely. I would require that to be a... definitely Dex, because you're trying not to hit your friend here.
I would also maybe argue now would be the time you roll that kind-hearted thing, because
I haven't done damage.
Yet.
Yeah, but I think the intent to deal damage is what would trigger that there.
You think?
What is the official phrase?
I'll double check what the rulebook says as opposed to my little tiny note card.
Yes, please. Not that I don't trust your little tiny note card, but...
I don't. What's it say,
flaws?
Phil?
It's not a physical flaw.
Here's what I have, because Erica has it too. Surprise, surprise.
Oh.
Soft-hearted, Phil. You cannot stand to watch others suffer. You avoid this situation unless you avoid any situation that involves causing some physical or emotional pain.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So I guess you're right. I do have to make willpower.
Yeah, go ahead and... Thank you.
And yep. Ow.
Oof.
Would you care to spend any willpower here to make this a 0 instead of a -1?
So if it's a botch, do I just like straight up lose a willpower or something?
If it's a botch, something bad happens.
Well,
Or
yeah,
might
okay,
happen.
depends.
Yeah.
God, I guess I'll spend a second willpower point to manage to not fuck everything up this round, I guess.
Oh, boo.
Your fault, Julian.
How is that my fault?
Because you're the DM and everything that goes wrong is your fault.
Oh, my heart.
Wow. I see how it is, Philip.
I can't believe this.
So I cannot do harm. Am I allowed to reroll that, or is that just for the scene now?
I would say at your turn.
Okay.
But for now, you feel too... Like, this is probably one of the few times you've seen a Kindred frenzy, so something about it just kind of pulls at your heartstrings about, like, this poor soul so trapped and desperate to get out that she's, like, literally losing her humanity to try to save herself. But granted, that might just be... you're not Catholic, you're Baptist, so... You know what, you still feel guilt. That's just anyone with religion at this point, let's be real.
That's most people, Julian. I don't know if religion is...
I'm standing by that.
It's a bad sign if you don't feel guilt,
I don't know,
actually.
I don't feel guilt. Are we supposed to?
Wait, you guys feel guilt?
Yeah.
Is that a thing you'll do?
So anyway, that's my turn. Melanie can't take a step forward.
Okay, cool.
For multiple reasons.
Yeah, for multiple reasons.
Yeah, I think the giant game grill on her is contributing a little bit on this.
She's being
this.
held physically and spiritually.
Yes, thank
That's
you.
true.
She
That's
couldn't
true.
if she wanted to.
Now someone be mean to her so she'll be held emotionally too. Tell her stance is whack.
Is this what your parents would want about for you? Is this really like how your parents would feel about this right now? She's like, no, Melanie, you're turning into your mother. No.
Oh my gosh.
Julian, does that count as vicious mockery? Do I roll for psychic damage?
Everyone pull out your D&D character sheets. Okay, so with that, it is back up to Danny's turn.
Yeah, so I guess if she's tied down, I think I'll go ahead and, run forward with it like a spear and try to stake her.
Okay, and just so you understand the situation, Patrick is currently holding Melanie. There is a piece of chair between them because he kind of crushed it. So there is a bit of a chance if you roll too high you could end up piercing your friend as well.
I have 3 points of fortitude. It's fine. Do it, coward.
Yeah, but at the same time, a stake is kind of like an instant down and out.
Yeah, but like the only thing we're fighting is also down and out.
Cookie, your hubris.
Yeah.
It's coming to get you.
It will.
There are specific rules for staking.
You have to, it makes it difficulty 9 because you're aiming for the heart, and you have to get 3 successes on the damage roll in order for it to actually stake them. Believe it or not, I was also looking this up earlier for unrelated reasons. That definitely it definitely had nothing to do with the fact that I grabbed a stake way earlier in this game.
Okay, so I'm rolling dexterity plus melee on the 9. All right. Man, I can't even fix that with willpower. That's a super botch, -2.
Hey, Julian, so you said it would probably pierce Patrick if you rolled too high.
Well, no, I'm taking that back. I would very much like for Patrick to also be pierced now.
Yay.
So as you run forward, Danny, and well, no, you have to
Do damage.
but at the same time, that is a super botch.
That is a super botch. Like I don't know even if I'm allowed to roll to soak here and try to like fortitude my way out of this.
I don't think Cookie should lose their soak roll because of
Yeah, that's what
roll.
I'm saying. Like
Yeah, okay.
I honestly, cards on the table here. I am super down to just get staked. It's the second fight that it would happen. The first
Fellas.
scattered one.
We're getting stakes?
Danny just like swings his stake, misses, and stakes himself.
No, that's too much of a D&D critical fail. But I am down to for Patrick to get staked. Like I think that would go with a roll here.
Thoughts from anyone else?
Yeah, I think Patrick definitely gets staked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just because I think it's fun. A fun little sexy moment between friends.
Isn't this so fun?
It's fine. It's fine. It is
sexy
fun. It's fun for
steak.
me. Danny, you run forward, and the momentum of just everything happening is too much, and you end up piercing Melanie's heart, going through the chair, and also piercing Patrick. And you hear a disgusting kind of bone snap mixed with blood gushing mixed with wood breaking apart.
I think that was my turn up.
So yes, now Patrick and Melanie are both staked. The pros of that is that Melanie's staked. The con of that is that Patrick is staked, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there damage, and can I try and soak the damage at least?
Yeah. Please go ahead, Nick, and roll that damage.
Roll your damage, Nick.
Well, I don't know.
Do it, coward! Because you were trying to get to Melanie, so.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Actually, I remembered I have a strength specialization for this.
Yes. So that's 2 extra points of damage.
So that's a total of
7 successes.
amazing. Now, Patrick, can you please try to soak that?
That fortitude is really coming through right now.
It's just plain stamina, right? Plus fortitude if I have it.
So if you manage to hit every single one as a success, which is possible, I suppose.
It is possible. Hey! And I do have tough as nails, my stamina specialization, so that means I have 6 successes.
Okay, so you only take 1 level of damage right now.
It's like, ow. Ouchies.
You're just bruised.
I just got rammed through the heart of the shovel and I'm bruised.
It literally missed every other piece of rib and everything behind the heart.
So, since I didn't do the 3 damage, does that mean that Patrick is not staked?
No. Like, you deal the damage. Like, since you rolled the thing, like since you rolled at least 3 damage, the thing goes through. Yeah.
Yeah, it's based on the successes. The actual damage that they take doesn't really matter, just as long as you hit those 3 successes, the stake goes through.
And the character does take at least 3 levels of damage. So like they can soak, but only down to 3. So actually I do take 2 more points.
Okay.
I am injured.
Okay.
You know, believe it or not, if you stab most people in the heart with a shovel, they will also be injured.
I mean, I didn't just straight up die, which would have happened if I didn't soak that.
Jose, you are coming back from your talk with Erica. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about how it went?
I think it's good until he hears the chair break.
It's a bit of a total shift.
Yeah. So as you kind of brace yourself, you're like, okay, we're gonna have to fight Melanie. We can do it. And even though you don't breathe, you find yourself just taking a deep breath, just bracing yourself to go through that door and walking in. It's somehow worse than you could have thought, because you see Gabe there, borderline just shocked. Theo with a gun, which is never a good thing. And then Danny with a weirdly long stake pierced through both Melanie and Patrick, who both look incredibly dazed right now.
No, that's the thing. What he's holding isn't like a stake, it's just a shovel with the end hacked off.
Yeah, the other end of the shovel is still there.
It's okay.
I guess Danny really did take a shovel and started digging.
Yeah.
The first thing Jose is going to do is use my second, I believe, first level quietus ability, Silence of Death, to create a bubble of silence around me, 20 feet in diameter. Like, sees the gun and also knows that a frenzied vampire can make some noise if they want to. Can I in my turn get over to my sword?
Yeah.
Then I will spend a blood point to use a point of celerity to make an attack with it.
Okay. Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay, so that is...
Listen, I know the odds of you getting in the, another super watch are incredibly low, but as a DM, that would be so satisfying.
As a player, I think it would also be pretty dang satisfying.
Boss hat trick.
I don't know how satisfying it will be for this player, but you know.
That's not me this time.
So, also fun fact, I have a melee specialization called Swords, so that is 6 successes.
Okay, and what are you trying to do with these 6 successes then?
I'm trying to decapitate Melanie.
Fun. So I imagine it's a little hard to really dodge that.
When you're paralyzed, yeah.
Yeah. The best she can really do is soak, but even then, please go ahead and just roll that damage. I'll do my best.
That'll be 6 successes on damage.
Oh.
Okay. And I did invite the Masquerade bot over to my personal server, so I can roll a little bit more privately.
Understandable.
Going through... It's not looking good. 6 successes minus 3 is 3, and that puts her down at crippled. So, she's looking incredibly bad. Literally, it is you guys can see the damage scale. She's very close. It's almost as if when you go to cut through, something inside you slips up a little bit, and you don't quite get the clean hack that you want.
Understandable.
You know, Jose's gonna have to pay. Jose and Dad are gonna pay for the dry cleaning of his shirt. I'm just saying.
Well, it's red flannel, so most of it'll be fine.
Yeah, that's why do you think Patrick wears red?
Okay,
it's his favorite color.
Okay, Theo.
I would have been so pissed if you managed to kill her just then. I conjured a whole gun. I'd like to shoot the gun. In the head.
Okay.
That's where it hurts her.
And this is within your Jose's quietest zone, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I explicitly walk out of it.
I want to be noisy.
I mean, I'm just saying, if anyone would do it, it'd be Theo.
I mean, yeah.
You're right. But you shouldn't say
I
it.
want everyone to know.
I took the kill.
2 successes.
2 successes? Okay.
I'll boost it up 1 with willpower.
Okay.
So 4 d10s, and then I add 2. 3.
Now she, in theory, soaks. Yeah, no, she doesn't. No.
Yeah.
No.
Oof, ouch. Her head.
Where do you aim to, absolutely destroy her?
I believe it's the head that would harm a kindred, right? That place.
So you... Yeah, okay, yeah, that place, the head place.
Yeah.
You manage to point, you fire, and then you shoot. And then
you don't miss.
And I don't miss, but
Yeah,
it
you
doesn't do
don't
shit
miss.
because it's a kindred.
It does enough.
Listen, I got my gun at least.
So as you shoot and fire, for a moment she's there, and then the next moment, it's like Patrick has been covered with confetti, dusty, gray, disgusting confetti. So, fuck. You killed her.
Yeah.
You did it. You stole the kill.
Yeah!
Again, I think you've done this before.
Kill stealing.
Is that gonna be your thing
Yeah,
now?
fuck you.
I love that.
Theodore gets all the experience points. He gets to get all the loot.
Oh, hold on. Adding my kill count to 2.
Look, to be completely fair, a Tremere stealing anything seems
Yeah.
extremely
Especially
in
stealing the
character.
kill from an Asimite, I think is fairly appropriate.
Yeah.
I think stealing anything is Tremere behavior.
Listen, if you wanted to take it, you should have killed him first. Her first. Hi, this is Sean. I'm doing the ad break this week. And thank you for listening to Show Some Initiative. Well, we don't have an ad. I'm just giving our links because we don't get sponsored, but that's fine. You can follow us on Twitter at Some Initiative, Instagram at show.someinitiative, or on Tumblr, show-some-initiative. And we are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean, and YouTube. And it'd be really cool if you could leave us a comment. Also, you can find all of our links on Linktree at Show Some Initiative, one word. We'd also like to give a thank you to tabletopaudio.com for the background music. And we have a survey. We have a survey. And is linked on all of our social medias, including the Linktree, and in the episode description. We are looking for any feedback that you have, like anything you want, anything about like audio stuff or character stuff, plot stuff, whatever. Any input would be great. All right, thank you. Back to the show.
Okay, so as you all are just kind of taking a moment to breathe in, it's still like, or I guess, let the dust settle.
Everyone but Patrick, I guess.
Everyone but Patrick, yeah. as you guys are taking a moment to, kind of rest and let the dust settle.
Yeah, I guess Danny gets up and kind of brushes himself off, and he goes over and pulls out the steak.
I will say, here's a bit of a problem, is that when you rammed it in, it was so hard that the steak decided to start splintering. So it is a bit of an issue of little bits and bites stuck inside Patrick's heart.
Bits and bites, you say?
But however...
If only there was someone that knew first aid. Ah, shit, right. He's staked.
Who can, like, craft flesh, too.
Erica, you come in at this moment where Danny's kind of standing over Patrick's still body, just looking very confused, and everyone else is looking a little out of it. And they all kind of turn and look at you as you enter.
What in the ever-loving fuck did you do?
Well, the fun fact of the matter is, Erica mouths all of that, and no sound comes out.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Adding, I assume, to Erica's confusion.
Right.
Oh dear.
Speaking of which, I will dismiss the silence of death.
Erica's just gonna make a beeline for Patrick, like, Daniel, what the fuck did you do to the lad?
Well, she was frenzying, and Patrick was holding her back, and I charged with the steak, and, things might have got a little out of hand.
You don't flippin' say, alright. Let me take care of this.
Yeah, Danny, like, almost bolts upright and says, "Yes, ma'am. Whatever you say, ma'am."
Okay, so Erica, are you trying to use your vicissitude to take out the steak bits?
Yeah, I suppose I ought to. Don't have a tweezers on me, I guess.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure Erica has her.
Well, your full
Yeah,
medical kit is
yeah.
here.
Oh, right, that's right. You guys used it for.
I think very immediately, Jose just opens it up and starts pulling out things you might need.
Yeah, while this is happening, Theodore's gonna conceal his gun and, like, be like, I'll be right back, and goes to find the, let's see.
Cocoa stand? The employees
Yeah,
lounge, so you can
that's
just...
exactly what I'm looking for. Listen, two of us are gonna need it.
Just getting a quick snack.
I'm gonna need it.
So you step out to get this blood hot cocoa.
Mm.
And you look incredibly frazzled and just out of it because you did spend a lot of your blood points on a really cool gun.
It's a really cool gun.
So it do be pretty cool though. Could you please, during your trek there, could you please give me a perception plus
Oh god, I'm gonna get jumped.
alertness? Perception plus alertness. This ob is going to be 8.
Wonderful. That's a 1.
1 success. Okay,
I don't know. Should I add a willpower to this?
that's your call.
Yeah. Sure.
So it's 2 successes. Correct?
Yes. I am
Okay,
terrified
okay.
of you right now.
So, as you are making this trek to the hot cocoa stand, you get a moment where you just feel like someone's watching you, and it's so unnerving that you turn around and for a moment you do see someone lock eyes with you. They are wearing a purple, very stylish looking cloak, and that's kind of the only thing you catch. The only thing that really sticks out to you is like, wow, that's kind of weird to be wearing, but whatever, before they turn and just vanish back into the crowd.
Whack! I'm gonna turn back around and chug some hot cocoa.
Okay.
This thought process is, oh god, I'm really delirious right now.
Okay. How much hot cocoa do you knock back?
How how much is too much?
You're at 4 right
I'm
now?
at 4. I get max of 11.
So getting more than 6 would be, or at 11, you get max at 11. Okay. After 7 cups, you're fine.
All right.
So do you knock back 7 fucking cups of hot chocolate out in public in front of all these humans?
I took like 2 cups and then I grabbed the rest and head back.
Okay. So how many cups exactly? I do need a number from here.
Can I just grab the whole like tankard? The
Okay, whoa. Could you please give me charisma plus empathy to try to convince her, the lovely lady running the hot cocoa stand that yes, you do need an entire tankard of hot chocolate right fucking now.
It's really important. Can I distract her using manipulation? I have misdirection on that.
Now here's the thing, you are going to be running off with a giant tankard of hot chocolate. It's going to be a little hard to distract from
Listen,
that.
I just need to be able to nab it and leave. We
Okay,
grab now,
then
apologize later.
Manipulation plus what then, if you're trying to
Oh
redirect her
fuck,
attention?
you're
What are you
right.
thinking here? Performance to be like, oh, look at that over there.
No, I don't have anything in performance. All right, fine. I'll go with charisma and empathy. I'll go with that.
Okay.
I've got 2 successes.
With your 2 successes, you are able to really quickly just like, I'm so sorry, we've had a bit of a situation and you managed to piece together something about someone's blood sugar being really
You
low.
remember the
and
guy with the sword
try to-
swallowing last time? Yeah, I'm gonna need this.
Danny's gonna
Amazing.
get a reputation at this circus for being bad at circus.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah.
With that, you are able to walk off with this tankard of hot chocolate. Now, Erica, this roll earlier, what is this? Is this your vicissitude?
Yes, that was my vicissitude roll. Although I would like to spend a point of willpower to get a 2 on it, please.
Okay. 2 successes. I would
Please.
say that is enough to get out the biggest chunks that are kind of like the main reason Patrick is still paralyzed. There's still probably some like splinters and shit in there, but it's fine. I mean, it's not like you have to worry about it because he's, Kindred. That's fine. That's fine.
Infections.
Now,
yeah.
if he ever decides to use Blush of Life, that might be a bit of an issue, but...
We can have a follow-up appointment on this, Patrick. How are you feeling?
Like I just got hit by a bus in the chest. I think Patrick like coughs up a little bit of blood with splinters.
Ooh, yummy.
Yeah, sorry about staking you there, Patrick.
No, listen. You got it done. That's why I held her down. God, you have a good arm. So Patrick's used to shit going sideways on hands, so it's just like, okay. I'm not that. What we wanted to kill is that. It's good. It's good.
Dear Lord, where is she? What did you do to her?
Patrick kind of like dusts off a little bit of grey dust off his shirt. It's like, I think this is what remains.
Kind of jolts back a little bit from...
Saved a lot on the cremation, though.
Not much of an open casket affair, to be honest. Yeah, that did go a bit sideways, but didn't we get what we needed? Like, she's working with the prince and whatnot.
Some of it.
Might be possible. The whole point of the lie I tossed out there was to see if any obvious emotions came up when I made them.
I would say at this point, Theo does come back.
Okay.
I don't believe. I think she was trying to fool y'all. Now, I'm, again, new to the politics, but it sounded to me either like Miss Laurel was trying to make a play, get in the good favor of the prince, or possibly even make a play to become prince or have one per group become prince themselves. I don't look forward to the prospect of this happening again.
But it's interesting. If she wanted that done, there's a decent stand-in of my kind in Dallas. Why not just use the Assamites? She went to an even secreter group.
Like a hate squad? You think there's more people?
I kinda left at that end, but she say anything juicy after I chased after Erica?
She said some stuff that I would really like explained, though I don't think this is the exact place where I would like those things explained. I've been very lenient, Mr. Almanzo, with letting your lies slide, but there are things that have been brought to light.
Understandable. Next time we're somewhere else, I'll explain everything as I know it.
You better. I just got stayed for this, and believe me, it's not a pleasant experience.
Oh yeah,
Here,
that
drink up, buddy.
yeah.
Yeah, Theo comes in with that fucking tankard.
Yeah.
She's gonna...
Listen, everyone was busy talking. I don't want to interrupt.
Oh.
Just standing there holding the barrel.
Yeah.
It's like dunking the whole thing of Gatorade on a coach after like a football game. Except with
Oh, nasty.
blood chocolate.
But,
Gross.
Chocolate
but
stuff
Patrick
would
just
be
uses his
bad.
claw, stabs the thing, and shots against it.
Okay.
Erica's gonna pull out a little like medical blood bag out of her first aid kit. Like I have this if you'd prefer.
I mean,
I've had it the whole
I take
time.
anything at this point, but I think this will do it. I think, like, is it kind of like a beer keg? The canister, how does it work? Julian?
That's literally all I've been thinking, but I don't know.
Is it kind of like a beer keg, or how does the canister work?
It's like those soda machines. You got a dispenser.
It's more like the kind of twists on like a thermos.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know how beer kegs are because I'm lame and don't drink a lot. But you twist it and it pops out, and then you
Oh,
twist it again and it
Mm,
stops.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna just like pop the cap off, like the whole thing, and just like try it until I'm like full up again.
How much has Theo drank already?
2. Or 2 points.
2 blood points. 2 points. There's 63 blood points left.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I'm gonna chug, and
Yeah,
as
you
I
guys are
chug,
fine.
you see like still like after Erika like finished patching Patrick up, there's still some damage done, and like you see his chest like fully finally closed as well as his back. So I am removing my damage, and I am consuming 9 blood points total to fully heal myself and fully
Okay.
re-get my blood pool.
So after everyone gets healed up and kind of patches themselves back together.
Yeah, Patrick
what
finishes
is
and
your
like
plan
he
here?
passes it over. Theo continues.
Dream blood container rotation.
So, who do we go to about this?
Jose was going to text Valencia and say, interrogation finished.
You may need a new chair.
Yeah, he'll toss that in.
So at this point, everyone does know kind of the Tristan Valencia
Yeah.
situation, correct? So
Patrick's gonna take off his like white shirt and just like close up the flannel, since the shirt is like
Okay.
stained with blood now. So at least the flannel won't be as noticeable from the back.
you know what, fair. So Tristan / Valencio, however you guys are trying to call him at the moment, pops in like pretty much immediately after Jose sends that text, and looks incredibly concerned. Like, is everyone okay? Are you doing all right? Do you need anything? Okay, you already have blood. So, what happened? Are you okay?
She frenzied, we had to put her down. Pretty much sums it up.
Okay, that's how it is sometimes. But you know what? I'm glad you guys are safe. I'm glad no one else is dead.
Patrick clutching his ragged, bloody shirt in the hand. Like, yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, Theo looks down at his gun. Mm-hmm. Yep, we're all good.
Erica's just shaking her head.
Yeah, okay, you know what, that's fair. You guys want to go home early, I take it.
Yes.
There is some conversation we have to have, so yes. I shoot another just fucking venomous look at Jose.
Jose just kind of takes it.
He nods. Of course, yes, please, just, let me know if you're gonna come in tomorrow, we can talk. Just let me know if you need anything, okay? I'm always here for you. And he kind of steps out of the way of the door. I mean, just let me know when you're safe, okay? I'm a little concerned. That's a lot to go through.
Thanks.
Sir, you're not upset about what happened at all? Like,
Why would I be upset? You didn't alert any of the patrons, so you got that on lock.
but I mean, Melanie is... I'm sorry.
His face softens. Oh, yeah, you're new. Oh, I remember when I was like that. Well, unfortunately, these sort of things do happen. You just gotta take it in stride. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I've seen death before, sir. This is just... not what I'm used to.
He nods. I completely understand.
Thank you.
I imagine the car ride is just deathly silent.
Yeah. Yeah, is this one car? Oh god.
We have the van.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think at a certain point to drown out the silent, Jose just starts playing a lot of Hollywood Undead.
Aww, edgy.
He runs a punk bar.
It's an edgy lad.
Yeah, but still, a very edgy lad. Okay, so you all are at the last resort. Jose, is it fair to say you'd kind of clear the place out, or what? How would you kind of handle this?
Yeah,
situation?
I think Jose kind of decides to close up early for the night. Once again, it's usually by the point where, like, last call for alcohol is passed, so it's just people hanging out, and he's like, hey, we've had some security issues here lately. It got shot up the other day, so we're gonna close early for a couple days just to make sure.
It's the same teenagers.
They do respect your wishes and mosey on out.
Whatever, old man, and they leave.
Yeah, like, oh, I remember back when this place was cool, but it's still cool. It's just a little inconvenient to go home early.
Yeah, I think Jose gets, like, Patrick, like, a very big, like, leftover band shirt from, like, some big band that came through.
Yeah, Patrick just, like, right there, just, like, discard, like, just tosses aside the flannel because, like, it's also fucking ruined at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick doesn't know how to. Sorry, you kidding? He just, like, rips the shit off, throws it back, and then just puts on the band t-shirt. And I do imagine Patrick is just fucking riddled in scars.
Mm.
I imagine that Patrick is one of those dudes that's built like a brick shit house.
Yeah, it's just, like, wide.
Yeah, like Olympic weightlifter kind of body.
Yeah. That's what I did picture for Patrick.
Congratulations, everyone. We've had our first shirtless scene
Oh
in
my
SSI.
God.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
If it was someone, it had to be Patrick. He's the slut of the group. We all know this.
Thanks, Cookie.
He's
Rock
the dilf
that
of the group.
dad bod.
Yeah.
The thing is, he's a kindred, so that means he's got a DILF body for all eternity.
Oh my gosh, that's the
Forever Dill.
Signed Dilf at
I'm gonna
Immortus.
be forever Dill.
Dill.
amazing.
The truth, then.
Mhm.
Tristan is Valencio, ex-prince of the city. I imagine the real
Alright.
reason we're investigating is that our good friend Tabitha is looking for any reason to raid the place and take him out for coming back to town. Valencio does not want to make another play for the throne. He just wants to pass through unharmed. I didn't tell any of you because I am somewhat loyal to him, because I made some promises to him and I believe in his
Alright.
rule.
Bullshit. You're saying you didn't tell anybody? Those three don't look surprised at all.
Look, I don't know who these people are. Whatever.
I would have said I don't understand what these politics are. I'm tired of being caught in the crossfire of some kind of coup d'etat or whatever. I don't know who we should be working for, if I can be honest.
Like, yeah, honestly, I don't care much for, like, I think I've made it pretty clear I don't give a shit about the city's politics. Like, I came in here for the job, and that was it. Like, I honestly, I think I also made pretty clear I don't really understand much of what's going on usually. So, I'm just, what's the situation then? And I can't say I'm super happy about you keeping it from us.
Understandable. Given the information I know now, I think I would have played the game very differently, but alas. The problem.
What game exactly is this, Almanza? Like, are you playing with us or are you playing with them?
I thought that this could all blow over, that I keep an eye out and keep Valencio's positioning on the down low to the Queen. Valencio eventually leaves town and nothing big happens. That was my initial intent. Then things got fucking batshit complicated. With the whole Gabe thing, the fact that Gabe's sire is seeking power and trying to kill him. The fact that it seems not of all of Valencio's employees seem so intent to sit by and watch as Valencio doesn't make a move. And the fact that Tabitha might know quite a bit deal more about what's going on than I initially thought. And so, we're here.
So you think she might have already known that you knew? That it has all been some kind of setup? Or what are you saying?
I'm saying Tabitha either hired all of us because she can assume her loyalty over us because most of us are from new places and kind of trial places, not a good chance to betray, or she chose all of us because we're expendable and she knew things were going to get messy from the get-go. The only reason I'm here, an established person, is because she wanted a snitch who was independent.
Fat load of good that did her.
Yeah, not her greatest decision.
So what then? Instead, you decided to lie and go behind your employer's back? Is that it?
Like I said, my whole thing was to avoid massive conflict to begin with. Conflicts that big brings the SI around, and I'm not a big fan of those kinds of people showing up.
Oh, okay. So, you knew all this pertinent information about the mission that we were all on together, and you kept it from us. Why exactly did you do that?
I figured I could keep it from going as bad as it could have.
And you thought lying to us would help?
That's what I thought. I think it's fairly obvious I wasn't playing with all the information in mind.
All right. So I think we should lay a few things out on the table here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think we all need to make our own decisions about what actions we can take as individuals and perhaps as a group. So, and please help me if I'm missing something. So we have the current prince, who may or may not know about shady goings on within her territory. We have a former prince who definitely does know and supposedly doesn't want to regain power, but who knows there.
I can assure you, he, at least by his very close employees, they seem to think that he has no intention of doing that. My boss, Samantha, she's been apparently on his ass constantly for him to do something about it, and Tristan just won't move a finger.
That means that there are powers beneath him who are trying to push him to do that. So again, that lays it on the table. It keeps it on the table there. Thirdly, there's a third group trying to gain power, and I don't think that group is associated with either one of the current or former princes. Exact goals, not entirely sure. One goal is definitely to murder me, though, which I'm not a fan of. So, in my personal interest, I would like to resolve the issue of this shadow group. Now, bring that to Tabitha. She may be willing to deal with that, or send some assistance to deal with that.
Yeah, but if we lay cards on the table, she might also decide to deal with you, which I don't think you want, Reverend.
You are very
I don't know if we
closely
have
tied
to.
to
Do we have to reveal that information though?
Well,
I mean, all we have to
what's
say
the motivation
is
for that other group trying to gain power? Because that's, I'm assuming, and at least Patrick kind of looks around at the Camarilla people common around these parts, not necessarily. Like just having a someone trying to be like, oh, I want to be bishop, I want to be like sheriff in the Camarilla or something like that, you know, wanting to ascend to like a position of power beneath the prince. I don't think that's uncommon, and I don't think that the prince would eschew any more loyal servants.
I suppose it depends. Yeah.
You're already on bad footing with the prince. This could just give her an excuse to get rid of you altogether.
Mm-hmm.
I fully agree that I trust, at this point, I trust Tristan or Valencia, whatever. I trust them more than I trust Tabitha. I'm not saying a whole lot, but
He's at least not as likely to murder you immediately. That's what you're saying.
well, yeah, I don't see any motivation for him to do that here. I don't see him driven by some like code of honor of, you know, Camarilla, whatever, you know. He feels like a much more you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of fella.
I see.
So I suppose for me, I'd rather take this, see if we can prod Valencio into doing something about this. But if that's going to mean open conflict with the prince, boy, that's a frightening prospect.
So what, you're just gonna turn on your employer just like that all of a sudden? You come in, she gives you a job, she gives you her trust, and you just turn around and stab her in the back? Someone hires you to do a job. You do the job you were hired to do. It's that simple.
Okay, bootlicker.
Look, do you think Tabitha's a good prince?
I don't know if she's a good prince or not. I've been here for less than a week and a half. The same as all of you. We were brought here to do a job. Nothing more.
Well, took you less than a week and a half to hate my guts.
Yeah, Gabe. And you've given me plenty of reason to hate you in this past week by consistently fucking up and consistently failing to do what needs to be done. We, all of us, we gave our word to Tabitha that we'd come here and we would do this job for her to the best of our abilities. We'd work as a team to investigate this circus and let her know everything we figured out. When you give your word to someone, you follow through, even if it isn't the easy thing to do.
I'm glad for you that things are so simple in your mind, but that's just not the way life is.
You're accusing me of being naive?
Yes. I think you're trying to ignore a whole lot in your life. And you're really trying to ignore the implications. No, that's not the right word. Consequences of your actions. You can't just blame any of the negative consequences that come from your actions on the person who ordered you to do them. You have your own responsibility to do what is morally right. And if that ends up being something...
Being a traitor is the worst possible thing. In the ninth circle of hell reserved for him, Father?
Get your Dante Alighieri nonsense out of here.
Well, first of all, yeah, that's all like fan fiction. That is not backed up by any actual church. Like really, Dante is kind of a crazy guy. That's really more political commentary than actual like religious stuff.
Every session, I learn more and more about Christianity.
Well, Mr. Rose, you misunderstand my prospect. I'm too talking about loyalty. I made a promise to both Valencio and to Tabitha. And my word to a good man means more than that to my word to a tyrant.
Then you should have considered where your loyalties lied before you signed on for this, instead of double-crossing like a rat halfway through.
She murders caitiffs and thin bloods in the street. She murders someone for the instances of their creation more than their value. I don't abide genocide in any way, shape, or form. Tell me, Mr. Rose, why do you offer your loyalty to someone who wants you dead? Who would kill you without a second thought as if you were a lesser being? Because I spent 20 good years of my actual life surrounded by people like that. And that's why I went to Germany to go fuck up people that were. So please, enlighten me why I should give my word to Tabitha.
I offer my loyalty because I promised it in exchange for work. Of course, Tabitha values me for my ability, values us all for our abilities. I think it's arrogant to expect more. But the only way to maintain anything is to stay true to your promises. You know, Jose, back in New York, in the mob, it was rough sometimes, sure. I won't dispute that. However, the real bad shit, the real chaos, the real bloodbaths, it wasn't caused by the mob. The mob was stable. What it was caused by was dreamy-eyed betrayers like you who looked at the current order and thought they could do it better. Damned be the costs. But then maybe you wouldn't understand consequences, since you don't stick around to see what happens after you stab people in the back.
So I suppose you think you're better than me for stabbing me in the front.
Yes, I do. Because, at the very least, I'm doing you the common courtesy of letting you know my intentions.
And Mr. Rose, I would then question you, what exactly would you call working for the mob, then, if not roaming from place to place, destroying people, based on some other higher-ups' orders?
I'd call it keeping order is what I'd call it. Keeping all of us scumbags in line, under a set of rules, and getting rid of the people who don't follow those rules.
All right, so you're one of those good mobsters. The kind that cares about the average citizen.
No, you're not listening. It's not about whether I'm good or bad. It's about doing the right thing for the community. About setting order. About keeping things safe and secure and calm. So that business can get done as usual.
Well, it's clear that you're just not listening to anything here.
Who have I betrayed, Mr. Rose?
Well, you could start with all of us for withholding this information this whole time. Then you get to Prince Tabitha, who you promised to do the job for. Or maybe even your buddy Valencio for telling us this now.
Theo, you could absolutely come for this man right now. You could absolutely destroy everything he's saying.
But Theo can't move to go against Danny.
I physically can't.
I know, but this is still hilarious.
Yeah. No, literally this whole time, he's just standing there, just vibrating, just like, just absolutely pissed that he can't do anything.
Ooh, can we roll to notice that?
I would love that, actually. Perception plus empathy. I think for Danny and Jose, who are currently at each other's throats, it's going to be a little harder, so it's going to be 7, and everyone else is kind of 6. Because it feels like Gabe is just chiming in occasionally.
I actually botch, so yeah, I don't notice any of that.
Okay. Okay, and now, Theo, do you think you're hiding this super well or no? Like, you're literally just off to the side, like your fists are balled up and you're just, like, clenching your jaw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how much the blood bond would, like, prevent me, but, this isn't me actually doing anything.
Yeah, it's just more of a passive thing. Yeah, I would say everyone except for Jose kind of notices that you are not having a good time right now.
Hey, Theo, anything to add to the conversation?
Whatever. If he doesn't want to talk, then he can stay out of it.
No,
You
just
seem to be keeping something in.
enjoying the debate.
Really, is being hunched up to you, like having your shoulders hunched up to your ears and your fists and your hands balled into fists, enjoying reasonable debate. I may have known you for a week, Mr. Collins, but I know you're much more prone to gloating than to whatever this is. But you just kind of gestures abundantly.
Now you're just nitpicking on mannerisms.
No. Hold on.
Still looks like he's bothered by something.
Why him? Why does he get to stay out of this? Mr. Rose, can I venture a guess that Theo does not want to speak on his behalf? Or can't?
Look, I haven't prevented Theo from saying anything. You're the one that's just fucking picking on him. All of you.
You pick on mine. And to be fair, I have genuine responses, but that's out of character of you.
Look, we need to move back to the main point.
Not let Theo speak their mind. You've not prevented anyone else from saying anything in this debate. Just Theo.
Yeah, I'm good.
Listen, Mr. Rose, you're having some compelling arguments. I'm not gonna say no, but Theo is clearly, Mr. Collins here is clearly hiding something, and if we want to put all our cards on the table to be able to make a decision, we kinda need that to happen.
And you were just saying how I betrayed you by withholding information.
So, if Theo is holding information from us,
Oh, so we're
if
accusing
Mr.
me of being the traitor now.
I'm not saying you're a traitor, I'm saying you're holding something back. What's going on? I've spent a week and a half just fumbling around in the dark like a fucking idiot because people refuse to tell me shit. And I'm done. I just got steak today. So people better start talking. And I think at this point Patrick just like fully like pushes his chair back and just stands up.
All right. Well then, sorry to do this, but in the interest of, playing with all the cards on the table, as we've been saying, and again, I don't know the exact parameters of what happened here, but I think Mr. Rose has a few other secrets.
Don't you fucking do it.
What? And you're lambasting everyone else out here for holding up secrets? Pertinent to the group? Pertinent to the mission? To the job? You say it then.
Yeah, Danny gets up from the table and starts marching towards Gabe, just seething with anger.
Patrick like puts a hand out, like just like
Gabe's gonna grab his cross.
I think also the two bodyguards at the bar just immediately pull out their weapons.
Patrick doesn't make a move towards Danny, he just makes a move to like stand proudly in front of him. We're gonna remain civil, Mr. Rose. Maybe angry, but I'm not about to just deal another final death tonight. I think we can have this as a conversation.
Yeah, I think as Danny is kind of stopped by Patrick in his advance towards Gabe, you see that Danny is looking at Gabe, and the anger is still there, but it's mostly subsided, and the much more powerful emotion you can see in his eyes is just blind panic.
Well, this has been an eventful night. while we were, I believe it was while Jose was interrogating, I happened to notice an exchange between these two. And Gabe is going to kind of gesture sweepingly towards Danny and Theo. And I think the exchange might have been more than just words, if you know what I mean.